It's been one hell of a ride.
There was over 100 locations, so it was hectic. We did a lot of traveling.
Move 11 hotels and have 150 crew which had to travel. So it became a road trip.
There's no location that's kind of cheated to be somewhere else. We've kind of stuck to where the film needs to take us.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever enjoyed working in an outdoor more than what I enjoyed in this film.
I have done innumerable road trips. And I always wanted to do a road movie, and I was working with my co-writer Rima Karti, and I said I want to do something on the road.
The first time Zoya spoke to me about this film was just after the release of Luck by Chance.
So I wanted to set this film in Mexico. That's where it started. So I was kind of researching Mexico, and we just started talking about what the idea would be.
And she just mentioned that she has this, her and Rima, the co-writer, have worked on a basic idea of these three friends who get together to go on a bachelor trip of sorts.
And then we start putting down like a pointer, like a one-liner.
Somehow the underlying part of it being about a story about three friends coming of age is what was very attractive.
It was something that, of course, as producers, I was interested in wanting to know more about.
That's how it started. And before we even started writing, it had moved to Spain, because the idea just required us to be in Spain.
कबीरा, मैं स्पेन नहीं आ सकता।
अर्जुन यार, तू मेरी बैचलर ट्रिप पे मुझे टांग दे रहा है।
और तू इतना सेंटी क्यों हो रहा है यार? It's my work.
जाएंगे तो तीनों साथ जाएंगे, वरना
This was the fastest script I think we've written. It took us 3 months to write this film.
It's very difficult to write a character to an actor because then you get locked into that.
When you're especially doing a really character-driven film, I think your casting is key.
I think what Zoya and Rima managed to do is they wrote beautiful characters, which was not very difficult to cast.
I love Hrithik. I love his work.
Whenever I hear a script, if I don't say yes or no in the first 5 minutes, then I end up not doing it. So again, with Zoya's film, it took me 5 minutes, and I said, let's do this.
And then we went to Abhay.
Abhay has a very unique sensibility. Abhay is also one of the few actors that you can just call and send a script to.
my first feelings was a bit of fear, which was because I thought, what if I read the script and I don't like it? How am I going to tell her? Because I wouldn't be able to lie. And then when I read the script, I loved it. So I was even happy. And I was like, of course, I'd love it. I mean, it's Zoya. Why would you even think you wouldn't like what she would do?
Zoya always wanted Farhan. And they develop something and they're writing it. They come to us when they have a 20-page draft for feedback. So he's been involved, and she was from the beginning very clear that she wanted him in it.
Farhan, where are you, yeah?
One day she told me that the character of Imran is someone that I've modeled on you. I really want you to be this guy.
Action!
It's basically these three young men in their early 30s. They're all a working professional. Arjun, that's played by Hrithik, is somebody who works in London. He works in the financial district.
Arjun comes from a world जहाँ पर भेड़ बकरियों के जैसे बस we are following one pattern. कि पैसे आते जाए, काम चलता जाए, सब कुछ safe रहे.
Listen, Joe, you're going to continue to give me bullshit fizz like that. I'm going to have to pay my Ferrari for a Ford Fiesta.
So he wants to do nothing but work and basically build a bank balance where he can, after 40, start living his life.
He starts the film in kind of a very tight silhouette where everything fits him like perfectly, and you get a sense of his work and the strictness of his day-to-day life. And as things change and happen to him, you see his clothes getting sloppier, looser, and in a way lovelier.
This is completely a departure from all the films that I have been doing. But I had to be honest with the film. I had to have full faith in my director, and Zoya just handled the whole thing so beautifully that I was completely comfortable.
KABIR is, I think, the most balanced of the three.
This is what I told Zoya. I was like, I'm so glad you also gave me the character that I liked most.
He's also very polite. He's also very politically correct. He really misses his friends. He wants to bring them back together. And he's the one who plans this trip.
It's the more lighter of the three, I think, personally.
He's got a slightly twisted side. I mean, he's a bit edgy.
Conflict he has is really nice.
Kabir actually, I have to admit, was quite tricky to design because he has many facets of the different characters.
Good, yeah. I hope it's nice. सच्ची में बहुत भूख लगी मुझे.
Imran is a funky character. Imran is possibly from three, the only character that as of now lives in the moment, which is I think thematically what the film's about.
¿Puedo entrar, por favor? It really has been quite a change for me from everything I've done. All the characters, whether in Rock On or Lag By Chance or Karthik, they're very intense guys.
He gets his attention being not a clown but humorous.
In this I got really an opportunity to like really let my hair down and explore the kind of comical side and the funny side of a performance.
Imran, who obviously is my favorite character in terms of design. He's in a lot of linens, a lot of layers, some slightly kooky things. He's the most stylish person in the film.
Hey! तुम्हारा नाम क्या है?
लैला.
दोस्त मुझे मजनू बुला.
Leila is played by Katrina. She's a very open person. I find her honest.
She's very chilled, she's very natural, she's very strong in what she believes, but she goes about life very casually. She's a very non-judgmental person.
She's studying fashion, but she is a diver. She's a professional diver, and because she dives, she also takes 3 months off every year, goes to some dive site in the world and teaches diving.
Up, down, okay, not okay, very good. Okay?
He says that I will work till 40 and then I will retire. But she says that how do you know that you will even reach 40? You know, your life is now, present, live now.
She truly is actually the philosopher of the film, you know, and for that reason very influential on all characters.
इंसान को दिव्य में सिर्फ तब होना चाहिए जब वो मर चुका हो.